like your own.
All right, second time's a charm. What's up, guys? It's Martin. I know we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Time you go live, you have technical difficulties if you have shitty Wi-Fi. I'm not saying we have shitty Wi-Fi, but we might. It's another episode of Love Without Borders. Youre Moreno is not here today, but you know he's here in spirit, and he's here he's sending all his love. And then Gina Brillon will be joining us shortly, all the way from Canada. Gina's in Canada, right? She's still in Canada. Yeah, but she's gonna be here. We got some questions, but before we do that, anybody that wants to freaking throw some stuff out there right now for today's episode, shoot it over. Let us know. Hope everybody's having a great week.
Gina's on.
Oh, is she? Yep. Perfect. Look at that. Gina's already here, guys. Boom. There it is. Let's see.
Hello!
Gina, what's up?
Oh, look at how good.
I'm good. How are you?
You look fantastic. Look at you. You're wearing red.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You look gorgeous.
Thanks. I just got off stage a little while ago. We had a great show. We're in Regina, Canada.
You're in Regina.
We are in Regina, and I'm working with Sugar Sammy, who said, "Tell Martin I said hi." So he says hi.
Send that dude my love. That's a gorgeous comedian right there. Now is he hysterical? He's gorgeous.
He is. He's a good-looking dude. I'm here with him and Alonzo Bowden, and we're having a great time.
That's fantastic. And you're in Regina, the city that rhymes with fun.
Huh?
The city that rhymes with fun.
Oh, heck yeah. If there's a knock at the door, it's my room service. So I'm going to have to take care of it because I ordered room service because I'm hungry and lazy. So
that is awesome, dude. Look at you balling out, doing shows in Canada, ordering room service. Good for you. Gina, there's no Youre today.
Where's Youre?
Youre's taking care of Youre things. He's out there doing Youre things, but he'll be back. He'll be back next week.
Youre's off sliding into DMs right now. He's busy doing all that.
Hey, we got a big question. It's not a big question, but it's an interesting question that I want to get to. But I want to see some of these people that are on right now. And somebody's asking if we planned the red.
Oh, no, we did not. It's just a beautiful coincidence.
Right? I figured since we're going to be talking about love, might as well wear red.
The red is just a wonderful coincidence, guys.
Gina, how long have you been married now?
I've been married now for like 3 weeks.
Wow. Are you guys doing the cute, like, happy anniversary 3 weeks thing, or are you going to just do the 1 year?
We'll probably just do the year thing, but, like, I don't know. It's really tough because I'm on the road and away from him, so it kind of sucks. But we've been, like, talking every day. And, you know, this is part of the life. You got to be on the road and you got to travel and you got to do it, so.
Youre wanted me to ask that celebration question, so that was for him, actually.
Aw, Youre. Because I know Youre would probably be like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's what he was, like, leaning to. He goes, I bet you they're celebrating, like, okay, we've been married 24 hours.
No,
now
but we
been
do
48.
We do say it to each other. Like, oh, my God, we've been married for, like, 3 weeks.
It's like when you have a baby, oh, my baby's like X amount, blah, 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 blah. You keep celebrating, and then eventually you're like, I don't know how old these dudes are.
72 months old.
Nice.
Like, get over yourself.
That's so freaking awesome. You notice anything on here, Gina? Anybody hitting us up for anything?
I don't know if anybody's hitting us up. Everybody's saying hi, so hi to everybody. Do we have anything that's like, that was sent in? Do you guys have anything?
I do, yeah. We do have a question that was sent in. I just kind of want to, let's start with that. You want to go with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Beautiful. So somebody named Lisa emailed, and this is what I kind of took some notes on her question here. I've been dating John, and she's got John in quotation marks, so I'm guessing this isn't this dude's real name, right?
Fake name, yeah.
She says, I've been dating John for 6 months. We have a great relationship, and I really want this to work. There's one thing that bothers me, and that's every time he drinks, he starts asking me about my past relationships. He's obsessed with getting details of how many dudes I was with before him. I don't know that I should be worked up about this because everything else is wonderful, but I feel a little bit like, what the hell does it say? I can't even read my. Oh, I don't want to lie to him, but I also don't feel that I should share this. It's kind of a little bit of a loaded one, Gina. What do you think?
Oh, hold on. My food is here.
Oh, shoot.
My food came at the wrong/right moment because I do want to answer this question. Hi. I'm good. You can just put that right on the bed. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm going to guess that these guys are young, Gina.
Yeah, I'm going to guess too. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, of course. Gina's getting her food, y'all. We're going to chill right here, and we're going to talk about Lisa's problem. Anybody that wants to chime in, dudes that get obsessed with numbers, and I don't even know if I think girls do the same thing. How many people have you been with before me? And I'm like I said, if it's going on and these people are older, that's going to be really interesting. I said I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that Lisa is a young person. She didn't state her age, but
I'm guessing that I'm hoping this guy is a young guy. Look, the fact of the matter is, you go around poking around in somebody that you're with's past, you're going to get upset. You really don't want to know how many people they've been with. You really don't want to know who was the best in bed, who was the guy you were with longer. Just concentrate on what you're doing right now. The person that you're with right now. All that matters is that he's with you. So what's with this obsession? Is he insecure about himself? Is he insecure about his looks? Is he insecure about the relationship? Because what is his obsession with your past? I think it's really not a good idea to discuss, unless it's an important past relationship. The small, minute details of your past are really not important. As long as you guys are being honest about where you've been sexually and none of you guys has an STD or anything and you need to share that information, because that's the kind of information you need to share. Look, let's not pretend that herpes isn't everywhere. So if you have that, guess somebody, okay? Because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about stuff like that. That's the stuff you need to talk about. But if it's not a case of that, what's his obsession with it? I don't think she's going to ask him how many girls he's been with. I don't want to know how many girls my husband's been with. I don't care.
And you know what? I don't know that this is isolated to guys. I think that it happens with women too. It's like, oh, well, how many people were you with before me? How many? I think it's a thing that young people get caught up on, and you're absolutely right. If you go digging in the past, you're going to get upset. You're going to find stuff. You know, it's like if you go in the ocean where there's sharks, you're going to fucking run into a shark. You know, if you go poking around for things, you're going to find things, right?
Yup.
And I think it has to come from a place of insecurity. There's got to be something that you feel you're lacking because for some reason, the more people you have to compare yourself with, the more insecure you feel. You know, that might be why this is kind of like a little bit extreme, but Gina, that might be why dudes came up with the idea of stay a virgin until you get married, you know, for women. Because that way, there's no dude that you have to compare me to, you know?
Exactly.
And maybe that's what this dude's doing with. He's probably feeling like, because I mean, if you're freaking comfortable and you know, hey, this person's with me now, you're not going to care where they've been. No. I think if you're a dude and you're worried about that, let that shit go. Just go in there, handle your business, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy where the hell you're at, you know?
I'm just saying, like, look, girls, every guy you're with was the first at everything. That's it. Simple as that. You're the first I ever did this with. You're the first I ever did that with. You were the first. I was never with another guy before you. I was a virgin before I met you. I don't care if you're 45 and you meet this guy. He was the first at everything.
Wow. Yeah, I've been saving this for you.
And yes, I'm eating my food while I'm doing this, y'all.
Let me see. Some people say, that's freaking funny. Yes, girl, you eat while saying yup.
Yup. Yup.
You know, I'm thinking about relationships that I've had in the past, Gina. And, you know, obviously when I was younger, and I remember being that dude. Like, well, how many dudes were you with, and blah blah blah, and it's this stupid thing. And I think it's because of that brainwashing that gets into you. Dude, I came from a Latino conservative, not conservative, but traditional Latino family where the dude hooks up with a girl and then she's married in white because she's supposed to be a virgin. Anything short of that, and there's kind of like you feel like you're with somebody who's tainted is the way that they damaged even is some of the words that people use, which is shitty, because the dude gets this free ride. It doesn't matter what the heck happened. You come to your marriage and nobody questions you, but a woman
people need to stop treating a sexual history like it's a bad thing. If I go to a mechanic, I want a mechanic that's worked on a car before. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a great freaking analogy. Yeah, you don't want, like, if I'm going to have surgery, I don't want the dude that just got out of medical school and he's going to cut me open for the first time. I want this surgeon to know what the hell he's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that you're tearing. What are you tearing up, Gina?
Some ribs.
Room service has ribs?
Yes.
Girl,
and
you're in a fancy hotel.
Oh, yes.
I guess you got it like that.
Eating ribs.
That's
I ain't got
funny.
no shame. I'm hungry.
Hey, dude, you go ahead and tear that up. I'm gonna eat in a little while. I'm over here watching. All right. So, I get tripped out on this kind of stuff, Gina, simply because I think that we need to start. You're right. Let go of the sexual crazy history stuff. Who gives a shit?
Shaming people for what they did in their past. The point is, look, she's with you now. He's with you now. So what is the point?
And there's sometimes I think when if there's relationships in the past that were important to you, that you continue this bond and this friendship, even though there's no sexual relationship there's no amorous thing, there's connections that you never let go in life. And I think it's important for your significant other to understand that just because you're with them doesn't mean that you're going to let go of these other relationships.
Melissa said, no shame. No shame of eating. You damn right, no shame. Jason thinks I should buy food for everyone. Man, I ain't gonna scratch like that. You crazy.
Dang, this person said, I've thrown my gimp mask away. I've grown. Hey, listen, now that you're married, Gina, is there any other relationships that you were in that you had to get rid of?
You mean like friendships?
Yes.
Or, not really, no. I mean, my husband's a really secure guy. If there's ever anything that bothers him, he brings it to me first. He has never said to me, stop talking to this person, stop being friends with this person. If there's anything that he has an issue with, he has no problem talking to me about it. And if there's something that he has a problem with, I want to know. I want to know if he has a problem with anybody that I'm friends with and if it bothers him or makes him insecure. The only one thing was I'm friends with an ex-boyfriend of mine, very good friends with him. And he was a little bit weirded out by that. But then we all had dinner together, like me, my husband, and my ex-boyfriend. And they got along great. And it was wonderful. And he was not insecure. He felt totally comfortable. And that's what I love about being with someone like him, where it's like, he knows I'm already with him. Like, I don't want to be where my past was. Why would I want to go back to my past?
That is so awesome. The three of you had dinner?
Yeah, we did. 3 of us went out, had dinner, had a great time.
Would you date both of them at the same time? If they were cool with it?
Nah, probably not. Because, like, I don't want to... Who wants to regress? Like, who wants to go back?
No, not regress, like, but, like, go in the future.
But, I mean, my ex is in a different place than he was then, but I still don't know if we would be a good fit for each other. Plus, I don't know if I could ever date 2 people at the same time because I'm really decisive and there's going to be one person that I want to spend most of my time with.
All right. That's fair enough. I think I kind of like the whole trio thing.
You like the trio thing?
I love the trio thing. I think it'd be great. Like if I'm chilling there with my girlfriend and then like somebody that I dated in the past that, maybe we just broke up, not because it was like horrible, but just situations happened and then we just ended up splitting. But then we come together and we were like, dude, why didn't we ever split? I don't know, but now there's so-and-so here. And then everybody gets together. We go to Dodger games. We hang out.
Everybody gets a little something.
What's that?
Mm-hmm. Everybody gets a little something.
Yeah, and it's not even about the sex sometimes, dude. Like, you know, I'm a little older now. It's not like I'm just like saying, oh my God, I got 2 women and I'm going to just satisfy both of them and it's going to be fantastic. It's more about just the whole freaking, you know, the whole relationship thing of it. It's mostly for them because they probably have a lot in common and they could talk.
Yes, Martin is a freak. Somebody said Martin is a freak.
Is that a freak though, or is that just somebody who's honest? Because how many other people would like the same thing? They just don't want to bring it up.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with being a freak.
No,
ain't nothing wrong with being a freak.
I think freak is so overused though. Like, oh, that's a freak. That's a freak. That's a freak. I'm like, this is normal. That's a freak. I think there's so many people that are freaks that I think freak is the norm.
Hey, I mean, people want to call that freaky. Call it freaky. For some people, that is normal. You go to certain societies, it's abnormal to be with just one person. So it's all whatever you roll with. I mean, if that's what you like, why does it have to have such a negative connotation? People look at freak as such a negative connotation. To me, freak is free. You're free. Whatever. You want ribs, Melissa? You want my ribs?
Hey, Gina, listen to Rhonda. Rhonda Mikey says, I let my ex-husband, his wife, and their kids live with me for 3 months because they had no place to go.
You a good woman.
And their kids.
And you a good woman.
Dude, that's pretty freaking ballsy, man. Could you do that? Like if your husband had a past wife or relationship and he had kids and now all of a sudden they didn't have anywhere to go and he goes, hey man, we're going to let them in. I'd feel like an asshole saying no.
No. I say no, but I probably would. I try to be a good person, let that happen, but there's a big part of me that would have such an issue with his past being involved in our life.
I think I would do it for the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would probably not want to put the kids out, but I would really struggle with it unless I was super cool with his ex. I would have to be super cool with his ex to be like, damn, she's really hard up for a place to live.
Dude, that'd be kind of crazy, man. Like, I'm just picturing Rhonda Mikey. That's almost like a reality show that Rhonda should have been filming.
Right?
Like, if you put a camera in that house where you've got an ex and the kids living with your current relationship, that's real life.
You mad nice, girl. You mad nice.
Rhonda Mikey's a good human, man.
You good people. You good people. Oh, she said she did do it for the kids. Yes.
Nice. Yes, Melissa Oseguera says, I agree with you, Martin. I would only do it for the kids. I do it for the kids. Listen, anybody that wouldn't do it for the kids, you're a freaking horrible human. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do it for the kids.
The kids don't deserve your hatred, right?
Dude, even cholos do it for the kids. You know how many little league coaches are out there doing it for the kids?
I'm making mad people hungry right now.
You are. You're making me hungry. You're making that shit look so good. I love. People are like, is this a relationship show or a food show?
It's both tonight. Why can't it be both?
Dude, I don't know what looks better, the ring or that rib that you're putting in your mouth.
Both. They both look good. Oh, did we have anybody else?
This is the point where I think Hooter would be talking so much shit.
Nice. Mark says Rhonda's really good people. I don't know. Maybe I'd take the kids, but not the adults.
Nice. You can't just say, hey, yeah, leave the kids, but all the adults go sleep outside.
What are you going to do? Raise the kids by yourself?
Exactly, right? Nice. I want ribs and hot sauce. Gina, make it at a food show.
Yes, you do.
Hey, listen, Hooter's not here. This is a different show today. It's the Gina food show. What else you got in there besides the ribs, Gina?
Oh, I got mad snacks up in here. I got dark chocolate. I got some tuna fish somewhere. I got 2 little baby bottles of champagne that were given to me. I got I got mad snacks up here. I don't play. I stay eating. I'm not fronting.
Dude, I didn't know Regina did it like that.
I get down with some food.
Freaking love it, man. That was the only question that we had. I'm kind of scrolling through here. We got a few people watching. If anybody wants anything that they want to bring up or talk about, please bring it up right now. This is, like I said, love without borders.
Yeah.
I love the shout out that Rhonda gave us earlier on Twitter. She said, if you guys need any relationship advice, check out Love Without Borders with Martine and Gina.
I'm trying to think if I've had anybody ask me anything because I talk about relationships all the time with people, and I'd love to talk about them. And I'm trying to think if anybody's asked me anything recently. Here's something I will bring up and see how everybody feels about this. What do you do with someone who is always in the same position in her relationships? Like somebody who's always breaking up with the same person, always going back to the same person, and swears it's never going to happen again, but always wants this person back when they break up. Like this habitual behavior. Because I find it hard now as I get older to have empathy for people that get themselves in the same situation. And I find it difficult. Like if I'm telling you what I think you should do as your friend, as somebody who's witnessing you go through this over and over again, why are you not listening?
It's almost like an addiction, Gina, I think.
Yeah.
Where they know that it's toxic, but it's what they know, and they don't want to get out, and they don't want to get out of it. They don't know anything different, they'd rather stay somewhere there because they think, oh well, at least I know the piece of crap that I have versus going out there and getting to know another piece of crap. Like they don't give themselves enough worth, I think, because that's what it is. If you're staying somewhere where it's toxic, or some people, you know what else it is too, I think? History. We have so much history, we can't let it go.
There's another one. Or I feel like I owe this person something, and really, what do you owe them?
We've invested so much time.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to college, you start college when you're 18. By the time you graduate, you're in your 20s, and whatever you've invested all that time into whatever major you decided to pursue, now that you're older, you realize this isn't really what I want, but because you've invested so much time, you're going to commit the rest of your life to it. Really, you've only invested 4 years, and when you think about the rest of your life, it could be freaking 40, 50 more years that are coming your way. Why are you going to stick to this decision that because you made a 3 or 4 year commitment early on? Change it. Forget about it.
And look, I was there for a while. I was with a guy I should not have been with for 7 years. And we did break up once before, and I did end up going back. So I made that decision. But I went back once. When we broke up the second time, I had told myself and I told him, it's not happening again. We're not getting back together again if we break up again. If you're breaking up with the same person 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 times, I mean, come on now. Come on now. That's just ridiculous. We have a couple comments. I'm burping right now.
I actually have been in a relationship where we broke up, get back together, broke up, get back together. We were together for 10 freaking years. And that was me. I take, not that she was perfect, but I take full responsibility for being a crazy person and making this woman a crazy person as well. And we just kept breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, holy, that was 10 years of my life of this yo-yoing.
Yep, and I know some of y'all out there are in this kind of relationship right now. And it's hard to hear this from your friends, so you need to hear it from other people. Stop doing it. No, it's not going to get better. No, he's not going to change. No, she's not going to change. Stop doing it. Stop doing it to yourself. Stop being afraid. Because your friends have had enough of it, and secretly, you've had enough of it.
And you know what? When you say they're not going to change, that's the whole thing already. If who they are is not who you want, then leave. Yep. Don't try to change anybody, or don't wait for somebody to change. Let them be who they are and go find somebody that you want to be with, who you want, not who you want them to be. Because I think that's a big fallacy too. We find somebody and they've got some qualities that we admire, but then there's other things that we say, you know what? Once I get this person to change that, they're going to be great. That's never going to
Exactly.
happen. They're always going to be who the heck they are.
It's not going to happen. Stop waiting for the miracle.
There's a lot of comments here.
Okay. What do we got going on? Yes, those people are called assholes. Yes, Carlos. Those are the people that ask and ask and ask for advice, but don't really take the advice that's given to them.
Nobody can change anybody. Absolutely
That's
not.
True, Gilbert. Bravo, Gilbert. It's very true. That is very, very true. You can't change anybody. Somebody has to want to change. Understand that. And if they don't want to change and they haven't wanted to change in a long time, stop waiting for it to happen.
Melissa Sosa says, they are not for you. There is always someone out there that is the right fit. You know what, Melissa? Yep. Not only is there someone, there's a bunch of someones out there who are the right fit. You just got to find them and talk to them. When you start talking to people and letting them know what you want and being honest about what you want and what your needs and desires are, then they're either going to tell you, yes, I can fulfill that, or no, I can't. And even if, you know what, I think even if sometimes you go even a little more extreme and you're like, hey, listen, this is what I like, this is what I want, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, dude, done. Even if you like take it over, it's like, dude, that's fantastic. Now it's like everything short of this is freaking fat. It's great. But you were honest up front. To try to get in there and convince somebody that you're somebody who you're not and then spring a change on them, I think that's really, really shitty.
Yeah. So many people. I just wanted to put that out there. I've dealt with that with so many of my girlfriends.
Your girlfriends personally?
My girlfriends, yeah. A lot of my girlfriends, not just one. So many of them that go back to the same situation. And having been there, done that, and having gotten over that moment, it's like, you also have to know what's worth fighting for. You also have to know if it's a person that is willing and is trying to make changes for you, then let that person try and change in their own time. Stop expecting huge steps. It's a huge step that person is trying to change what they've been doing for years in the first place. Because I've had girlfriends that when a guy makes a little bit of an effort, they go, oh, well, yeah, he's doing that now because I complained about it. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, you got to ask for something and then it happens.
Yeah. So stop getting mad at a dude for doing what you're asking him to do. Because if you get mad at a dude for not doing what he doesn't know that you want, when he finally knows what you want and he does it, why are you still mad?
You know, Gina, you brought up something too that when you say that there's a lot of women that you know that come up and they start asking you this, but they don't listen and they stay in that situation. I don't think it's isolated to women. I think it's a lot of dudes do the same thing, man. When you hear these dudes that are like miserable and yet they're still trying to make it work. I mean, it's like, dude, stop grinding your teeth and spinning your wheels. Like, move the hell on and be happy. Life is short to be stuck somewhere trying to freaking change stupid.
Yeah. You need to eat some ribs.
Yup, it's called an addiction. That's why they continue to go back. Change comes natural. You will never change the person. Never, never. You can never change anybody. Love them for who they are. Accept them. It doesn't mean that you have to be with them.
Somebody said stop eating. No, Jose, I'm not going to stop eating. If you hungry, go get yourself some food.
Jose, stop trying to change her.
Stop trying to change me, Jose.
This is what the hell she's doing right now, Jose.
I'm getting down on some ribs.
My old roommate Moose told me that right before Carol and I got married, be happy with her and don't try to change this or that. Moose is freaking right. That's it. Is it over?
Yeah. What's over?
For those of you watching, the Dodgers lost. Boo.
Oh, no.
Congratulations to the Chicago Cubs. That's 3-1. I know it's a relationship show, but that's just what went down right now. The series is now 3-1, and boom. What are you going to do?
But my old lady still burns the broccoli.
My old lady still burns the broccoli. Dude, you need to learn how to make your own freaking broccoli. Stop it. That's Gilbert Flores.
Yep.
Gilbert, if you're like still eating burnt broccoli, that's on you, dude. She's not going to change. She's going to keep on burning the broccoli. figure out how to steam your own freaking broccoli or grill your broccoli or eat it raw. Raw broccoli is better for you. It fights cancer, Gilbert Flores. Stop it.
I'm almost finished with my ribs, y'all.
Take your time. Gina, did you get dessert?
No, but I have dark chocolate with me.
You have dark chocolate?
Yep, I keep a steady supply of dark chocolate.
Nice. Mariana says, I'm about to start cooking, watching you eat.
If someone is Carlos said, if someone is attempting to change someone, they need to sit back and see what they have to change first before changing anyone, which you can't change. You can't change. Hold on. Which you can't change comes from within. That's right. Change does come from within. That's truth. Truth.
You know what?
Amen.
Go ahead. You're right. Truth comes from within. Sometimes you see truth outside. You might be looking, you might, because there's a lot of people that convince themselves actually, and they make it become their truth. You know, like for them, even though they know it's wrong, they know it's toxic, they give themselves every excuse to justify it and make a truth or make a lie a truth. So I think that can happen as well, and especially in this relationship where you're in for a long freaking time.
I finally finished my ribs, y'all. Okay. No, we didn't freeze. We just stopped talking.
Yeah, right?
I like stuff
Gina,
on my lipstick.
guys.
I know.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, Gina? Like some people make a fake thing their truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like they convince themselves, yeah, no, this is going to work. I'm going to make this work. No matter what, this is going to work. Like, they will it and they will it and they make it happen even though they're miserable, but they make they make excuses for that misery and make a fake truth that's not really true. But that makes sense.
I feel like people, the amount of times I've heard that from people is ridiculous because people say that all the time. Like, I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Why would you want to? It's like trying to fit a circle in a hole for a square. Why are you trying to force stuff if it doesn't work?
I could squeeze in to a size 10 shoe. I could squeeze into an 11 size shoe and walk, but my feet are going to hurt. I can make it work, but it's going to be painful. And eventually my feet are going to bust through that leather no matter how thick it is because it's just going to give. It's not going to work for very long. You can make it work, but it's not going to be comfortable. And why be uncomfortable when you can just say, I don't need to be in this thing. I can be somewhere where I'm going to be able to stretch my toes.
Exactly. You said it perfectly. That's what it is. So move on, y'all.
Nice.
Because it's not working.
Moose was a Navy SEAL out of Vietnam. The broccoli story was just to yank your chain. Si no me gusta, I'll eat something else. Stop yanking my chain, bro.
Don't yank our chains. We don't like our chains yanked.
I think because that burnt broccoli has been a theme for the last 3 episodes, Gina.
Oh, really? Has it?
Yeah, it's been this theme. It started, I think, on a week where you weren't here, where they were saying that guys expected women to cook, and that was a woman's role. And I was sitting there saying that's ridiculous. Like freaking, if a guy should be able to cook as well, and nobody should have defined roles. But anyway, that broccoli thing's still lingering. That's so freaking. But listen.
Oh, that was so good.
How many more shows do you have in Canada?
That is a good question. I am here until the 29th, so I have several more shows in Canada. We will be in the
29th of October?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm out here for a minute. I think we're going to Calgary tomorrow, and then we have shows in Ottawa, and we have shows in Toronto. And so there's a lot of shows coming up, and I'll be here for a minute. Then I'll be back in New York for like 4 days, and then I'm off doing cruise ships for a little bit.
Dude, you are busy.
I'm trying to stay busy. I got a wedding that I had to pay for.
Nice. Listen to Noelle. She says, love yourself first, and I love myself and my little boy. I'm happy and free. So by loving myself and son and having the free will God faith gave me, because you're not going to be good for no one.
Preach. Preach.
Sometimes, though, people cycle those types of relationship because it's familiar to them, and they are too afraid to start over with someone else, is what Yolanda says.
I get that. I totally get that. But look, you get one life. Do you really want to live the same nightmare over and over again? What are you more afraid of? Are you more afraid of starting over with somebody new, or living in the same nightmare for the one life that you get?
Absolutely. And you don't know how long the life is, because you could say, oh, well, I'll sacrifice these years and then do something. You don't know that you have those years to sacrifice. You don't know what you have. Nothing is guaranteed. So if you're waiting for something before you actually start living, you are cheating yourself like it's nobody's business. You are screwing yourself over more than any crazy person can screw you over.
Gilbert said, where's Hooter? I don't know. Hooter's sliding into DMs somewhere in the universe. He is not in today, which gives us free reign to talk about him. I feel like Hooter would be like, I feel like Hooter would say something like, if the sex is good, you should keep going back. I feel like that would be something Hooter would say.
I think Hooter would be clowning us on the red shirts.
Yes, he would. He'd be like, you guys are stupid. You're wearing red.
Hi, Martin. I met you in La Habra a long time ago at Bank of America when I helped you with an account. Do you remember? I don't, but thank you very much for helping me with my account in La Habra. Armando Contreras. I got a good story about my mom's uncle in Mexico. What happened to his wife for disrespecting him. I think it's wrong but funny. That already sounds crazy. What happened to his wife for disrespecting him sounds like something out of a freaking bad Julia Roberts Sleeping with the Enemy movie.
Yeah. Like what did she do that disrespected him, and what was her punishment?
Yeah, that's crazy. Why don't you send us that in an email? It might be too much to type, but hit us up with that. The email is what's the email? Martin Comic 01@gmail.com. And we'll look it over and see how crazy it is, what happened. And the fact that you say it's wrong but funny, it makes me kind of cringe a little bit, especially with the shit that's going on around, going around right now in these times. Yeah.
I would like to throw out one more thing that I think we should talk about real quick before we do. I don't know how much longer we have, but before we do final thoughts and everything, I had a fan of mine hit me up and tell me this somewhat tragic story. She was engaged and was very happily engaged, and she started to see red flags, and she broke off the engagement. And she feels very guilty that she broke off the engagement. What I told her was that she did the right thing. If you see red flags and it's stuff that you know you cannot deal with, no matter how much it pains you, this was an engagement, like this was a big thing to her. She broke it off, and she felt very guilty, because her partner was saying, she wouldn't be able to live without her and like all this stuff. So it was one of those situations where the person was pretty much making it clear that they might try to kill themselves if she left. And that's not fair to do to anybody. And it's not fair to keep anybody trapped in a relationship by guilting them into staying. But I told her she did the right thing. It's a very difficult situation. Have you ever had to break up with somebody and have it be as difficult as breaking up like an engagement? How many times have you had a breakup that has been incredibly difficult?
Me personally, I've had a lot of breakups that have been very traumatic, and sometimes there's so much guilt that you have because of that, Gina, and yeah, I've had somebody tell me that they would kill themselves. You can't. I mean, the only thing I can say, if you're in that situation and somebody's saying that they're going to kill themselves, nothing you can do by staying with them will help them. This is somebody who needs professional help. If anybody has suicidal ideations, love and a relationship isn't the answer. That person has so much more to deal with before they can be in a relationship. The best thing you could do is not say, yeah, okay, I'll stay with you. You need to get that person help. You need to say, hey, you need to talk to their family, reach out to somebody that's in their immediate surroundings that can actually get them the help that they need. But you're absolutely right. You can't say, oh, wow, they're going to kill themselves. Even though this is crazy, I'm going to stick around. That's not going to help anybody.
You're not helping them. You're not helping yourself. And even though it might seem like a very mean thing to do, to walk away from somebody like that, they are using guilt to make you stay. And Martin is right. The best thing you could do for that person is to find somebody that they can speak to. Talk to somebody in their family that you know, like talk to a friend that can talk to them and keep them calm. You know, you can't be the only reason that a person decides to stay alive.
No.
It's not. And if they're holding that to you and saying, look, I'll off myself if you leave, then you're in a bad situation.
Rhonda Mikey is saying that she knows a friend who was held hostage by her husband.
Ooh, gosh, that actually happened to a cousin of mine too. A cousin of mine was kidnapped by her ex-boyfriend. She was literally kidnapped by him outside of a store one day. He drove by, dragged her in a car, and he had her for, I think, about 24 hours before he let her go.
Okay. Now, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's hella illegal.
That's kidnapping. That's so many freaking things that are illegal. If you're a freak and you're into tying people up and blindfolding them, as long as there's consent, go about it. If you want to role play, like you're gonna kidnap them and bring them home and have sex with them, but they're in agreement. If there's consent, then that's fantastic. But to do that to somebody who's not on the same page, you're a freaking asshole. Whether you're a guy or a girl doing that, you're a criminal and you should not do that. Paint a picture and let them know, this is what I want to do. But don't just hold somebody hostage. That's insane.
Yep. We had somebody say, we had a few comments here. Melissa said, I had to break up with my ex-fiance's son's father. Well, her baby daddy. I saw red flags. He kept partying instead of being a dad and a future husband. I had to pack up and leave him behind. Good for you, Melissa. You did the right thing. You know, you saw behavior that wasn't working for you, and you were like, no. You did the right thing for you and for your baby. Veronica said, I had a boyfriend that would tell me he would kill himself without me, and I would not break up with him. But he had so many red flags, I ended up just breaking up with him, and he didn't kill himself. He just started drinking. Look, Veronica, good for you for walking away from that situation. It's such an unhealthy situation to be in, and you did the right thing by walking away. I'm just looking at some of our comments here.
This is something, this touched a little vein here, Gina, that little thing that you brought up.
Yeah, it's just being... this girl that's a fan of mine was feeling so guilty about breaking it off with this person, and I said, you know what, you cannot make yourself the villain in this situation. What you did was the best thing for both of you, because this person needs to seek help if they really feel that desperate, you know.
Yeah, that's mental. That's again, that's pretty freaking nuts. And holding somebody hostage is freaking crazy time, man. I keep going back to that.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy,
dude. No way. I can't imagine being held anywhere against my will. That would just be
holding anybody hostage, or like, whether you're doing it actually physically or doing it with guilt or by emotionally abusing them or whatever. Holding them hostage in any way is wrong. If you're forcing somebody to be with you, whether women do it, sometimes you'll find women who get pregnant to keep a guy. Sometimes you'll find people that threaten to kill themselves to keep somebody. You need to realize that what you're doing is wrong and is disgusting. You're guilting somebody into being with you. Wouldn't you rather have somebody that just wants to be with you?
Yeah, because what's going to happen when you take away that thing that's keeping them there? Then they're going to be gone. You know, you're basically extorting them to stay there. That's crazy, man. Find somebody that wants to be with you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Armando brought back something, but I think we'll touch on Armando stuff next week. This is some crazy thing about making tortillas or something.
Oh, it's the punishment. We should talk about it.
What?
We should talk about it next week.
She was cooking, making tortillas in the old school Mexican wood grill. He asked her for something and she made a sound with her mouth. He said, "What you say," got pissed off and grabbed her, set her on the grill, burned her nalgas. Goes to show that back then women had no say. Sad, but she never said anything. But how are the beans? Wow.
Wow. Jeez.
What do you say to that?
That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy.
A girl told me, I'm not even going to touch that, dude. Burning somebody's nalgas, and then she says, "How's the tortillas?" I mean, I'll say what Hooter says. "Hey, where's your aunt, bro? Send me her number."
Oh, my God. That is a Hooter comment right there.
Right? That's insane. I walked out on my ex because she was a verbally abusive person, a compulsive liar, and a narcissist. Social media was more important to her than her kids and myself. Was a bad mess and had to walk away. Listen, narcissists, people that are full of themselves, I think it's even becoming more evident with social media. You know, I've seen pictures of women taking like a selfie in their underwear and their kids on the freaking, you know, in the background sitting on the floor while this chick is like selfieing it up, trying to be, you know, with her thong in the bathroom, like, and the kid's just right there kicking it in the corner. There's mirrors everywhere, and there's plenty of memes like this all over the place. It's sad, but it happens. You know, people are more paying attention to themselves, more to their kids. So, hey,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
The point is, stop staying with crazy people. There you go.
Nice.
Don't stay with crazy people. And don't be crazy in the relationship.
All right. Listen, Gina, closing thoughts, Gina.
Closing thoughts. From what we've discussed today, a lot of it was don't get yourself in a bad situation and stay there. And if you are going to stay there, then stop complaining to your friends about the same thing if you're not going to listen to them. Your friends want to help you, and they're giving you advice, seeing you from an outside perspective. They're looking at your relationship and trying to give you the best advice they can. So either listen to them and get yourself out of a bad situation, or stay stuck. Nobody wants to hear the same story 9 million times. Stop making the same bad decisions. If you want to improve your life, go ahead and do it. Stop waiting for somebody else to help you.
Beautifully said. For the person earlier, listen, if you're with somebody immature enough to just keep asking over and over about your past, let them go. Forget about them. That's somebody who's insecure, and those insecurities are going to be manifested in other ways, not just on your past relationships. Also, the big one that really is to touch the vein with a lot of people, and that is guilting people into staying by threatening suicide. I'm going to cut my veins. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to overdose. I can't live without you. I'm going to die. That's all bad. Those are beyond. That's not love. And I think that's where a lot of that gets twisted, is that people feel that unless they're willing to say, "I can't live without you, you're my everything," then they don't truly love you. I think that we've been programmed to confuse that for love, and that nothing could be further from the truth. Anybody that's that freaking volatile to say, "If you're not here, I'll kill myself," don't confuse that. That's not love. That's crazy. And if you like crazy, then go ahead and pursue that. But if you want it to be healthy and you don't want drama in your life, then get away from that. And I think Romeo and Juliet, freaking Shakespeare, that's the worst thing ever. When you have this teenage fatalistic love and you tell that as a love story, that these people would rather die than not be with each other, I think that sends a horrible message and distorts love for what it truly is. Yes.
Very true. Beautifully put, my friend.
Gina, always a pleasure. Say hi to Sugar Sammy and Alonzo. Enjoy the rest of your time in Canada, and we'll see you next week, baby.
All right, I'll see you next week. Peace out, everybody. Take care of yourself.
What's up, Jeremy?
Bye.